Are you looking for a way to get a hyperlist link of content under a parent in Confluence? I've got just the macro for you. As the name suggests, the page tree macro will pull in all of the content under a specific parent. Now, it does pull in any content, not just pages, so you'll get things like databases and whiteboards as well. This is a very useful macro, especially when you need to list out everything under that parent page, because it automatically does it for you. As content is moved, added, or removed, it's going to automatically adjust this list. Now, at a high level, this might not seem too useful. Why would you want a link of everything you can already see in your content hierarchy? However, the page tree macro gives you some great options. We can do things like have it look at a different parent. It doesn't have to only display content in the space you publish it in. This means you can use it to cross-reference information from other spaces. For example, pulling in onboarding information from a human resources space into your recruiting team space so they can easily onboard new folks. It also lets you do things like sort the content by the created date and other information, making it easier to display what you want how you want it, instead of the content hierarchy order. Additionally, you can do things like add a search bar to make it easier for folks to search through just the content in the page tree that you have designed. So now that we understand a little bit about it, let's pop into Confluence Cloud Premium and see what it looks like in action. Here I have a page where I've added the page tree macro. And right away, you'll notice this looks almost exactly like my content hierarchy. For example, company policies is the first page. And in my content hierarchy, I can see company policies. By default, the page tree macro will mirror or mimic your content hierarchy. I can also do things like expand any parents to see the children underneath them. Now again, on its surface, this is not that useful. So let's go in and edit and see what we can do. You'll notice the macro is just a single line, and I'll go and click edit. And now I can see some more useful options. I can set a specific root page, or the page that I want to start the tree from. By default, it is the entire space you've put it in. However, I could change this to be the parent of the page that I'm currently on. I could change it to be a specific page, and then I would only show children under the design page. I can also do things like restrict it to a specific space. By default, this is the current space. However, I might say I want to bring in content from a certain area of Confluence, and this helps me filter that down. By default, it's going to sort the content by how you see it in the content hierarchy. However, you can change this to be different methods, for example, by creation date, or by the last modified date. This can be useful to help you suss out which content is newer or which content maybe needs refreshing. So think about different ways you might want to display it. You can optionally include excerpts in the page tree. This is very useful if you use excerpts to provide a high-level overview of what a piece of content is, and it gives someone more context before they click on that link. If you are sorting the pages by anything selected under Sort Pages, you can also reverse it, for example, showing the last modified date at the top instead of at the bottom. One of my favorite things to add, though, is a search box. This will add a search box above your page tree, making it easier for someone to search through the page tree. They won't have to go through each individual page. It does also restrict the scope of the search to only pages included in the macro. This means they won't end up in the wrong spot of Confluence. They'll stay in the page tree you want to guide them down. You can also show the ability to expand or collapse every single page in the structure. I find this useful if I have a deeper depth of information. Optionally, you can also start the page tree at a certain depth in the hierarchy. Typically, I leave this at 1 to show everything. However, if you want to skip down a few levels, you can increase this number to hide some content. Once you're done, just publish the page, and here you'll have your page tree. I have my expand all and collapse all options that let me show everything, and I even have this nice built-in search that when I use will take me to Confluence Search and only show pages within that page tree. Now you might be thinking to yourself, that's all great, but how does it help me? What does it look like in a real-world example? So now that we know what the page tree macro does and how to use it, let's take a look at a real-world example. Here I have my people team or human resources team space, and I've got a lot of great information here, how to contact them, etc. But I've also realized that I need to help support new people to my team. I have to help onboard them. So what I've done here is add the page tree macro that only shows pages underneath my onboarding section. This means if someone's new, they can come here and right away see all the information they need, and they can quickly search through it if they need to do that. So if I come in and edit this, what you'll see is I've restricted the page tree to have a specific parent, my onboarding page. And I've included that search bar and expand links to make it a better experience for my new joiners. This is just one way to use the page tree macro, and one that I have found very successful. Again, it's a tool to help us guide someone down the path we want them to find information on. So that is our page tree macro. It's a bit of a misnomer because it pulls in all the content in your content hierarchy, but it does give you a lot of powerful options for displaying which pieces of content should show up, and also helping guide folks down the path so they can get information they need. I find myself using this very frequently, especially when I have parts of a space that I want to highlight or parts of a structure that I want to display so folks can find things more quickly. I am curious though, how do you help guide folks to information in Confluence? What macros do you find interesting, or what questions do you have? Drop a link for me down below, I'll be happy to answer it. And also check out our Discord community. There's a link to our Discord server where you can get live chat with hundreds of other folks who are experts in Confluence, Jira, Trello, and other areas. I'm also happy to share you can now support the channel with membership, so if you'd like to become a beer or coffee sponsor, please check that out. And if you're curious to see which macro comes up again in Wheel of Macros, stick around to see me spin the wheel and see what comes up next. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you learned something, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode soon. All right, folks, here is our Wheel of Macros, so let's give it a spin and see which macro comes up. I have removed both the table of contents and page tree macro so we don't get them again. All right, it looks like we've got the spaces list macro. So be on the lookout for our next session on the spaces list macro. Thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you again soon.